2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Shenton Park or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Always great to have Cbass in the house. We've got a bit to go through, actually, Caitlin, of this morning. Last night, let's just start with the basketball. Perth Wildcats were successful in their game at the High Performance Centre.
Yeah, right. And do you know what? I was sitting next to Craig O'Donoghue, who does all the basketball, and he was looking on Ticketek, and a few hours before the game, there were still hundreds of seats.
I know.
left. So there was
I think it was that perception that it would be so difficult to get a seat because 10,000 members into 4,000 doesn't go, Shaun. And so, but I think that just put people, and it's a Tuesday night, people just went, oh, well, we won't worry about this.
So when I was watching the coverage, I was thinking, because my kids were going, Dad, there's heaps of seats there. And I was going, it must be the traffic situation, going from work.
No.
But no, there was only 2,900 people that went along, Caitlin.
Under 3,000, which is wild when you think about how many they get at RAC Arena. So, interesting, but had a good win. Keanu Pinder, amazing, 35 points, top scored.
It was a roller coaster, wasn't it?
Oh,
so they bolted out to an amazing lead early on, just blew them away, but then just put the cue in the rack and sat around for a while.
Well, they don't play defense now.
People reminding them defense.
Not enough.
It was a bit of
not
a
defense.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do they still do the burgers when you get the free throws?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
What's that one again? What's that one again? The burgers?
Well, if they
if a visiting team misses 2 free throws,
You can go straight away and get your burger.
Yes, you got a code. You get a code in the game. You can go there and do it. By the way, on the other side of things, so you can do that also. So that's Hungry Jack's, and from a McDonald's point of view, for home games for Fremantle, is it West Coast as well? If they win the home game, you can take your ticket on the Monday to. Through the drive-thru, you get a Big Mac.
West Coast fans don't know.
I have
there with Hungry Jack's.
I haven't been since Greg Hire played. Do they still have the big faces?
Yes, they do.
Because ours were there one time.
That
was full on. Crowd, while we're talking about the crowd, Mark Arena wanted them to go family-friendly feral. What happened?
Also, can we just say, anytime you say his name, you have to say, hey, Mark Arena. Hey. I don't know if they went feral. I mean, I'm sure there was enough of them. For me, playing it used to be at HBF or Challenge Stadium back in the day. I liked playing at that stadium because sometimes with a smaller crowd, you can create a really huge atmosphere.
That's what he was basically saying.
As players. I mean, they obviously got the job done. They got them over the line.
Well, the person that won gets to be in a box with him for the next game, I think.
He offered that they could be in the proper box with him in the next game. But the game itself was really interesting because Southeast Melbourne Phoenix in the third quarter in particular, they had a good run of play. And we kept answering because Christian Doolittle was in foul trouble, but Keanu Pinder just started taking the ball to the rim, and I've been saying this for years. Just take it to the hole. Take it to the hole. And you put the opposition under pressure and you get the fouls that you're looking for as well, puts them in foul danger.
He was terrific last night.
For them as well. He was fantastic.
He stood up because Bryce was being basically triple teamed.
I was about to say, what about the 5-time MVP Bryce Cotton? Holy moly, is there a better man in basketball at this stage in Australia?
And has a quiet night. A quiet night is, 24 points?
27. 27. Most of them from the strike because he was driving. But on that, I reckon it was really well played by Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, and that's the way I'd play the Wildcats. Get 2 people up on Bryce, so he has to get the ball out of his hands.
And force someone else to stand up. But we're lucky that Keanu Pinder did.
For sure.
The other day you said that they were terrible, so how are they now?
No, I said that their defence, Nathan, it really concerns me. I mean, probably because I go back, and it's not their identity. The Wildcats of the past, when they won all the championships, their identity were they were gritty and they defended like crazy when it comes to the main games and finals basketball.
Yeah, the Trevor Gleeson way was heavy defence.
But most of our life, the Wildcats have won, really. We're in a new world now.
If they're shooting 115 points in a game, they're going to win most of the time.
You would hope so. You would hope
that's
so.
what they did
It's going to be really interesting. But I just feel like if they can make the right stops at the right time, so they have to play a bit of defence, then they will be very competitive. But Melbourne United, which they're coming up against, is going to be very difficult.
I think it's wild as well that they play the same team multiple times. And that's why winning against a team once is hard, but winning against them multiple times is even harder because you go back and you look at footage and you go, tactically, I should have done this, I should have done this. So I love a final series in basketball. I want to see more of it in netball, to be honest.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Caitlin, did you see the Super Bowl halftime show? What did you think?
I did not, but I was told yesterday by one of my co-workers that I was mentioned in the halftime Super Bowl show. Yeah, Sam knows what I'm talking about.
What?
I love this. One of the Kendrick Lamar lyrics is fish, but they Cbass, the fish. Yeah.
I was mentioned.
101 tests, mate.
I know, right? But do you know what?
He's a big netball fan, I believe.
I know, right? I think it's one of those funny things. Like it's like art; it's very subjective. Some people have been like, "It's the great show." Like he was amazing. Serena Williams. All this
Serena
stuff.
Williams was amazing. I loved her dance.
And then other people like poo-poo. But I feel like it's subjective. You could say that about a piece of art. So.
And
I don't know. I disagree with that because there hasn't been many people who have said it was great.
But also, like, it's for an American audience rather than a worldwide audience. He was an American selection. Do you know what I mean? Like, so where somebody like Rihanna, a bit more global appeal. Sure. Not that Kendrick doesn't have appeal here, but he's nowhere near as big as other international artists.
It'd be like us sending Jack Vidgen over there.
I want to say who.
Going, what?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know who he is.
It'd be a plane for Jack and a plane for his teeth.
You'd be like, what? There's some teeth singing with legs. It's crazy.
And the other big news, obviously, we saw that Sam Kerr has been found not guilty overnight in the London courts.
Guilty.
What are you thinking about the whole situation? Because Natalie and I as a man, always try to put myself in when a woman is feeling dangerous.
Okay.
In danger. Yes. And I understand that their behaviour and going on. And we do know there's alcohol in play and all that sort of stuff. But I thought that in the court is a good enough, is for me a good enough reason. And also, I don't really understand. When they were offering the money, when the cab driver, they're offering the money for throwing up in the cab, there was the first initial amount of money offered that they said no to, and then he escalated and there was a bigger amount, which was ridiculous, £800 or whatever. I want to know what that first lot was and whether... You know what I mean? Like,
but the other part of the article also says that she refused to put. The cop said you got to pay $100 for her being sick in the car, and you've got to put money towards damages. And she said, "I'm not going to play that F and C anything."
Okay, right. Okay, so the $100.
But that wasn't what she was on trial for.
No. And the actual basis of the court case was
matter had been settled.
Yes. And so if you think about this from a man's point of view, I put on my elite athlete hat and go, why was she in a cab drunk? Doing this, unfortunately, she's getting paid millions of dollars. She has to change her behaviour and hold herself to a high standard. Anyway, she's
But can you have just one night? If that's just one night, can you guys?
It's hard to believe, Cbass, that this would go as far as it did. Like there are so many cases that it would never have gone to trial.
Yes.
So as an athlete, you're saying that you can't have one night here or there, and you can't have one night here. And I know it's terrible to go on the news and stuff like that.
I had lots of nights.
But so she never knew this night was going to blow up like that. So was this just a sneaky night that all athletes have, and we just went pear-shaped?
Maybe.
No, I don't think. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to jump in here.
I don't know.
I just see it as a night where you had a blinder and you got yourself into a situation and bad behaviour ensued afterwards. Now, the issue with the racial vilification, if you like to say, throw that as a nothing burger. But this has been shown in the light and all this kind of stuff. I can't see how she comes back in the Australian team and is in a leadership role to begin with. We've seen in the past that people are able to play themselves back in, i.e. Steve Smith, who leads the Australian cricket team now, David Warner, who eventually after years was able to do that. I can see that happening, but under these circumstances, I wouldn't have her as the face of my football club. After seeing what we saw in the public realm, people are not agreeing with that at all.
I also think women are held to account more than men.
No, it's not at all, Nathan. It's not a man versus women thing.
No, but I do because
no. You've got to take it away. It's just behaviour. Either a man's bad behaviour or a woman's bad behaviour.
Can I just finish my point? I want to know, in this situation, how many women have had a redemption story from doing something bad and how many men have had a redemption story for doing something bad in the sports world? I know a lot of stories about men. I don't know offhand of women. Is there any?
Why not?
Is there any? Is there an example that comes off their head?
They can have a redemption story. Why
but I can name it. I can name it now.
That's not where it's coming from. It's not a man versus women thing.
The other question is,
just asking the question.
Has anybody asked her if she wants to be captain?
I know.
Because we're coming back. She's coming back from a year. Hey, she's coming back from a year off. Through injury, does she even want to be captain? Like, it wouldn't be, and she's towards the end of her career anyway.
Yeah.
Like, in all likelihood, you wouldn't make her captain regardless of whether this had happened.
Oh, look, Nat, she has been the face of the thing.
No, we know
it's
that.
up for her to be able to put that down.
Yes.
Coming
she
back
will
from
play
that
again and she'll be great.
Yeah, that's...
Whether she's captain or not, I don't think it
No,
would
I
matter.
totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll be a captain. Whether she wanted it going forward, there is a time that she would step down and go, no, we need someone fresh anyway. I don't even know who that maybe is. Is it Mary Fowler, the next person to be that captain?
Actually,
And Steph Catley's been doing it. Yeah.
Steph Catley's awesome.
Yeah.
She's awesome. So
Yeah,
maybe
so
she just
they have a captain. Yeah.
By the way, they haven't changed their coach or they haven't brought in a new coach.
No, they haven't
They're still
appointed
looking for one.
Yeah, they have an
which is
interim
really
coach.
hard because at the moment, all the best coaches in the league are taken. They're all with other, coaching national sides and things like that. So finding the best person for their group is really hard when all the best coaches are taken.
Yes.
So maybe they're just waiting for,
I think the current coach seems to be doing a good job.
Yeah. I mean, he's been there before. It's not like he hasn't done it.
He doesn't seem to be putting his hand up, though, does he?
No, he's fully said that he's a caretaker. He's like, I'm just
That's so
here to
funny.
look after
But he's the
team.
permanent caretaker.
By the way, those two girls must be fit because I imagine it's hard to smash a window, like a back window. They're tough.
Yeah, well, they're both Olympic
I know.
athletes.
That's what they must be tough.
Might be have a good pair of boots on.
We
Just their forceful kicks.
We might be figuring out how she actually injured her knee.
Just kick on windows.
And also, obviously, there was big news. This is great news. I wanted to just quickly mention this. Stephen Michael will be recognised in the Indigenous round this year in the Sir Doug
Amazing.
Nicholas round.
What an
So it's 2
absolute
weeks of
legend.
celebration through the AFL. And just, I want to
he
throw
was
his name
good.
out there because he never played in the VFL
He
competition.
should have, though. He should have.
And so from the East Coast, they probably just marked him down a bit.
He would have dominated.
But it was probably almost one of the, in the top 5 players that WA's ever produced in football.
Yeah.
What about you?
No.
Sean, don't count yourself down.
6.
No.
Also, just quickly, Indigenous All-Stars is taking over on Saturday, but also Western Force have their very first game. I went down to their training session yesterday. It's a good watch.
Really? Oh, so
mate.
that's the thick neck set.
Mate,
You're an
they
engaged woman,
are
Cbass.
No, it's more the intensity and the strength. And they do these really fun tackling
You know, one of the
drills.
things about
and
those
things
guys
like
is
that.
because I've done some stuff with these guys in the past, and when you're right next to them, imagine the biggest thigh you've seen. That's their neck.
It's like they're not even the same species.
It's
though.
just-
it's
I think
extraordinary.
of
Some of
them
them
are
are my
man.
height
Yes.
and
Oh,
like
yes.
hundreds
Yes.
of
Well, like
kilos.
Jordan Mailata was 180 kilos.
157.
Yeah.
Wild.
Nathan,
Remember
yes, he
from
suffered
the
from a cystic fibrosis.
Nathan Charles.
Nathan Charles, yes.
Yeah, no,
yes.
no. We had him in here a few times. Blonde curly hair, Nathan, someone who used to play.
Wasn't the honey badger?
No, you're thinking of the honey badger with the blonde curly hair.
No. Yes.
What's his
No,
name?
you're talking about the ball guy.
No, he came in here for a short
I did
period of
some
time.
things
Sharp.
with him at an art gallery.
Nathan Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. He's
Yeah,
great.
he was the ball guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan Sharp.
The medal's named after him.
Oh, there is Nathan Sharp, but there was another guy that came in, Nathan.
He's got sort of Rob Palmer-ish hair,
Yeah,
but not as long.
I remember.
Rob Palmer. Hi, Rob Palmer.
Thanks, Cbass.
My pleasure.
It was a pleasure.
Sean Sport in podcast form.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Shenton Park or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The AFL season gets underway in about 20 days. This is coming in hard and fast. Jeremy McGovern has just signed a new contract with the West Coast Eels.
Extension.
He's going to play on to the end of next year. That's how good he's
That's
going.
another $1 million thrown in the pile.
Another $1 million,
Yes.
so they say, Nathan. Jeremy McGovern, come in.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful.
So let's talk about you the fact that you're now a husband.
Yes.
Over the break, you got married. Knowing you just he's getting his contracts around, Sean.
Yeah.
The Bombonaries must have been good.
Oh, there
Were the
would have been all
Bombonaries
kinds
iPad Pro Maxes and stuff? Were you giving out to your friends?
Yeah, no, it was good. I don't even know what you just said then, Nathan.
A Bombonary is the old school sugared almonds
Yeah.
in the netting, the
It's
little
like
gift that you give for people to go to your wedding.
The souvenir gift. You probably more a stubby holder kind of
No,
guy.
it should be like a flat screen TV.
You nailed it, Nat. We were stubby holders.
Stubby holder.
Sean?
Stubby holders on his pay?
Yeah, but it might be stubby holder of Gov. That's worth something these
Yeah, it
days.
is. It is.
Yeah.
It just had a big number
Yeah,
20 on it.
No,
Didn't get a
it
look in.
wasn't quite. We just had a nice family photo was on ours, so no, we steered away from the rest. But everyone liked them.
That would have been great, Maddie just cheering off the Gov.
Yes.
That would have been enough with the number
Hey, Gov, so how was it?
carrying him for
How was
years.
it? You've been to many weddings. You've never been a husband before. You're now a husband. So what was the marriage like? And then also, how's it being a husband? Is it different?
No, it's not too different. The bank account's obviously a fair bit lighter. But the whole day was awesome. It was great fun. We had a hell of a time. We sort of made it a weekend in the end, and
that's awesome.
It's just always good doing it with all your friends and family, you know. So Maddie was happy, was probably the main thing, and the kids had fun, and it was awesome. But no different at home, which is good, I think.
I thought she would have respected you more, like, you know, like, now I've got a husband. You get
no, less. I think less because she's locked him down. Gov, I did notice though, and I did make comment at the time that when you posted on Instagram your highlights of 2024, your wedding didn't crack it.
Yeah, What's that about? I was a bit wary about just spamming it. You know when people just spam it a bit too much.
Yeah. Oh, you were thinking of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of everyone else, not myself. I thought I've spammed a bit of wedding stuff. So
you know what?
Let's see what else we're doing.
He's going to be a husband for the rest of his life, so you know he can do it any time. He can do it. Did you get one? Was it gift-wise? Was it a wishing well? Was it a don't bring gifts? Was it a gift table?
Was it a we've got too much money, take some?
No, it was everyone had to pay for themselves to come.
Good on you, Gov. That's how you keep all your money. That's for sure, mate.
We sold a fair few tickets, so it was very financially beneficial.
Because when you're together for ages, I mean, gift-wise, you're already set up,
got
so you don't need that. So I mean, straight away,
wishing well would be.
No, then a wishing well, people are going, oh God, how much money
I haven't seen the pictures yet, but you'd imagine your idea or Women's Day would have
who'd you sell it
or at
to?
least that's life.
I was. It was completely the opposite of that. I was very much stay away from me. Let me just enjoy my day without any of that sort of carry on. But no, we just had the old wish them well. We didn't have anything actually.
That's nice.
But everyone, as they do, gives you gifts and money and all that sort of stuff. So that's very nice. But it wasn't about that. It was more about them just rocking up for us, which was nice.
Have a good party. That's the way to go.
Your whole group rock up. I love seeing the social media, Shaun, and you would have seen your football team. It must be great knowing that you've all shared each other's weddings, because I see your photos and you're all together and you guys are having a great time. That op shop wedding.
I always mention that, Nathan.
Whose was the op shop wedding? It was one of the Eagles, was it? Anyway,
yeah, who was that?
I can't remember, but they had an op shop wedding, and everyone wore that, and it just looked great. But you're all together, you're all together, and I don't know. I think that's really great.
No, I agree. I mention that to this day when I speak down at Fremantle. Okay. We've been to all these weddings together and watched all these people
the
come
camaraderie.
Gov, I want to talk to you about the pre-season, mate. You would have been hating it, doing another pre-season. God damn it. How's it been, mate?
Yeah, look, they're all tough. They're not getting easier, that's for sure. But hate's a strong word, Shaun. I don't hate them. Dislike is probably the word. But it's been a little bit different this year. Obviously,
new coach.
Fair bit of change, new coach, new players. So it's been very exciting. It's been good fun, and as much as pre-seasons are tough and not the funnest things at times, they're actually good fun doing it with all the boys. So it's been good. The weather hasn't helped us out. It's been frigging hot every single week, which makes it a little bit tough. But mate, other than that, everything really, really going really well. So I'm very excited to rip into the season.
Gov, you should be. I mean, I'll give you a compliment. You go now, but anyway, you should be proud of yourself because of the fact that they want to re-sign you, and they cannot let Jeremy McGovern go.
Because you are 72,
80, the oldest people who personally know. Yeah. So that there you should be so proud of. But I want to know. When contract negotiations come up, what power does that give you when you know that you know that you could probably just go now, but you go, no, I could go or I could stay, and then they're like, no, we want you to stay. So is there power in that contract negotiation to say, I want to miss out half of pre-season, or I want to get something. I want to get something that other people aren't going to get. Is there power in that?
Better parking spot.
Or are you one of those people that go, I'll sign it up. I'm going to do it for the club, and don't treat me any more special?
Yeah, there's a little bit of that. Yeah. Purely for the reason of you feel bad because you got all your teammates are all going through it.
Yep.
And you feel bad about not doing certain things with them at stages. But no, there was none of that. It was I said, the demands of the game are pretty high at the moment. Yeah. So you sort of you've got to be trying to do everything you can at the moment to get yourself right for the year. But no, there was none of that sort of stuff. I did flirt with seeing if I could live down in Denmark for a portion of the year and come up and train.
Yeah.
But I don't
They could send a chopper for you.
Many years ago, Belly was up in Geraldton, and he used to come down and train with us on a Thursday and then come away and play with us.
So would you take a laptop down to the Oval and be on Zoom while the other guys were
Why not?
Someone can run around with a TV and I'll just be on the TV.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
You know, Nath, Gov's been around for a long time, but he's playing so well, as you just mentioned.
That's right. All Australian. Hello.
A lot of people were talking to, and I put Gov in the same level as this. A lot of people are saying LeBron James, after he plays the game, still dominating. Hey, when are you going to retire? Well, why should he retire? He's the best player in the competition.
Nor should you be,
Gov, the best enough
nor should you be allowed to. Certain people shouldn't have the choice. If you are so good at something, and like we know that you're not done, but you want to go and have your own life or spend time with your kids, no. If you're good at it, you're for Australia, or if you're on a team, you keep going. Only certain people, though. What do you think?
Well,
when you go to the pool, shove him back in.
So you're talking about
done.
What you're talking about is a hostage situation.
Well, highly paid.
Yeah, highly paid hostage.
Yeah, what do you think, Shaun?
How would you feel about that if we
should
decide when you're allowed to retire?
The people.
Yeah, I'd know that.
I'll grow up.
No, it's... look, that's the thing is you love it, and that's the number one thing. And unfortunately, in our caper, it's very hard to retire and go, you know what, I'd love to go back and play again. You're as everyone says, you're a long time retired. So I just want to try to get as much out of my body as possible and see what happens. And if people in the club want me to keep playing, I'll keep playing. And if not, it's all good.
Gav,
does that work for here too? Like you're going to keep playing? You keep playing for us as well? Are we in the contract?
Yeah, well, if I retire, I'll be in there every day.
I know. You'll be on the streets. You're a supernova.
Gav, before we let you go, is there a couple of guys that we can look forward to?
Yeah.
You know, if all the West Coast supporters listening out there,
who's training the house down?
Yeah, they want to see who's going to be in their super coach team. They're going to put that together.
Yeah, mate, to be honest, there's heaps with us at the moment. A lot of the young boys have had really good pre-seasons and showed some early form, I guess, in a few of the games. Probably the newest of the crop. Like, obviously, Bo Allen's played really well.
Yep.
So far, he's been down back with us. But I've got the Smokey and Tommy Gross.
Okay, Tommy Gross.
Tommy Gross, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm claiming every little bit of success he has is from me because I looked after him when he first came over here for a few weeks.
Did ya?
Yeah.
So, he's my fourth child for a little bit there. But no, he's shown plenty, obviously, in the pre-season. But to be honest, a lot of our younger boys have really stood up this year, which has been really, really exciting. So, yeah, any of our younger boys that have been picked up in the last few years look really, really sharp.
Right,
how's the Harley Reid of it all going? I suppose everyone wants to know.
Yeah, no, he's going well. He's had a little bit of an interrupted pre-season, obviously, but no, he's going really well. So hopefully he can firm up for another good year for us, and it's good to see everyone's stopped talking about him a little bit.
Exactly.
I thought we were going to get through this conversation without bringing him.
Nearly.
No, the only reason is because I drove past Fresh Provisions the other day, and then it reminded me.
No, he's a Hurdy's man.
And I was like, he shops there.
Yeah, keep him away from the bakery section.
I mean, he must be pretty happy. He should send a bouquet of flowers to Sam Kerr, to be honest, because she's taken all the headlines.
Oh, yeah, she has. Oh, yeah.
He's there getting a drunk. Hey, Sam, go drink.
Love your work, Gov. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
See you, man.
Happy New Year.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Shenton Park or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.